Yo. 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 Can't let too many niggas round us. Can't let too many niggas know the low niggas sus. I'll be off the way trying to run it up. I'll be saving up, but really it's not enough. Got another month to feed, life is different lately. I've been stuck to hit a bowl. I'm from Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up in Missouri and shit. Grew up in the Midwest. And so coming from Louisiana and shit like that, you know, being in Hurricane Katrina, like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Really been through,
You went to Katrina back then?
I was in that shit.
Yeah, shit was hard back then.
In that shit.
Nigga was in the penitentiary actually like putting money on their account, sending out for that shit.
Yeah. That shit was rough, you know what I'm saying? Really been through that shit, like. And so making music, I don't even know, like, I've been making music since then, really. Me and my other brother used to it used to be like maybe like 16 bars. We used to say over and over again on little notepads and shit like that. We used to just motherfucking put them bitches on the mirror and shit. And motherfucking show our people at the church and shit. Cause like I grew up in church, like, you know what I'm saying?
What denominations, you don't mind me asking?
Seventh-day Adventist.
Southern Baptist.
Southern Baptist?
Yeah.
I don't know too much about nobody else's religion, you know what I'm saying? I know mine and shit. But I don't really pay attention to the religious shit like that.
I look at the differences for comical reasons, like, man, who got the loudest choir? Because I know Episcopal churches, they probably got the loudest choir. Yeah. They be going ham. Southern Baptist there, but it's kind of like older style.
Yeah. Motherfucker, some churches, some churches like that. Like the church I grew up in, Ephesus, they had a fire ass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fire ass choir. Band was on point, music was on point, you know what I'm saying? But then I've been to some churches where like they don't believe in like music at all. They just believe in like pianos.
I grew up in Church of Christ.
Yeah, that's how they like that shit weird as hell to me, you know what I mean?
It is.
No music in that bitch, you just playing the pianos with vocals.
Culture differences in life.
Yeah, right.
You notice over years they try to find ways to control the band music.
True.
Man, it's in a lot of ways, bro. A song could be made and it's just great right there on the spot.
Right. Yeah, we done did that shit.
Yeah. That happens a lot. So it comes like making 10 songs back to back. Like, you not even release another one. You like, all right, them 2 hit. Trash the rest.
Right. Yeah.
And guess what? Them 8 might be dope as shit.
Yeah.
But they not harder than them 2.
Right.
And they ain't what we're aiming for. We got a whole lineup right now. We got like 25 songs.
Yeah.
Just like
we got some in the vault that ain't even been recorded.
I know. I know y'all got hundreds of them. That'll never be heard.
Yeah. We already lost the hard drive. Like another 20. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was the first time, goddamn me.
So we had to restart. But you know, every time that like something like that's happened, I've always bounced back like twice as better. My beats hit twice as hard.
Yeah.
My engineering skills twice as better.
Well, I mean, they'll never go backwards.
Right.
Because every time we touch a keyboard, every time we touch something, we learn something different when we touch it.
And that's the spot that I'm in now. Like, every time I make a beat, I'm learning something different than I made the first beat. And that's why, like a lot of songs that me and Reece have done, like, I'll mix and master them 1 minute, and then, like, 2 months later, when it comes time to drop it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to re-go through all this because, like, I've learned so much in that 2 months to make that song twice as better.
Yeah.
So, like, nowadays, I don't even mix the songs until they got to be dropped a week or 2 before.
Because you never know what you're going to learn along the way.
Yeah. And I get tired of working on the project 4 or 5 times.
Oh, God. You know what?
We done recorded the same song how many times? Like 10 times?
Dude,
we done recorded like songs over and over again.
You got a song YTN that's probably been recorded like 8 times.
No cap.
Yeah.
Why'd y'all record so many times?
Because, like, we recorded it 1 time, and then we was like, all right, we didn't like the recorded it a 2nd time, and then my hard drive crashed. So then we had to record it a 3rd time, and then another one of my hard drives crashed. It didn't crash, but I could only save like half of it. And I saved everything but the audio files of it. So like I had the project, but not the audio files to go in the project.
So just like a blank project at
Yeah.
that point. Yeah.
So we probably recorded it 4 times, but we had to do that to at least like 3 or 4 songs. And plus, like when me and Reece met, like we just evolved so much that now re-recording them was the best. Re-recording them was the best option to do.
It probably is. Honestly, it is. Because, I mean, you got to perform it anyway. So you got to keep that same energy with it. So re-recording, like, along the way, it just helps, like, all right, it may not sound as good then. Like, because even you might have picked up some new energy or swag the way you say that shit.
Right.
So the songs are totally different from when like the beginning of the summer. You know what I mean? Like it's been everyday work nonstop since we met. Like
Yeah. And
like,
that's the
real.
That's the crazy
That's a
thing.
good relationship, right?
It's
Yeah,
been work.
that's
It's been like the work ethic just been like.
That's the crazy thing about our relationship, because when like me and Reece, we didn't meet like on the street or nothing, like chilling at a bar or nothing. We met in the studio. So like, and then the next 12 times we linked up after that was in the studio.
Was in the studio.
So it was like every time we linked up, it wasn't like we was chilling, but like our main focus was work. So the relationship you build around that is just like crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You know, instead of going from just like fucking off to like actually putting your mind on something, just to the point to where like if we ain't chilling and being productive, it's boring. You know,
Yeah.
ain't no even.
I understand completely. Y'all both got the same goals. I mean, you want to be great in your field. You want to be great in your field.
Right.
And y'all are like a good example, because the producer and the artist relationship is very important.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, you need a producer. As a producer to shine, you need an artist. It's like a 50-50 relationship. But you just know, it's like, I'm a comic book fan. It ain't
it's the same.
So we'll talk symbiotes.
Yeah.
Like Carnage and Venom. Carnage and Venom just couldn't merge with anybody. They had to merge with some crazy ass motherfuckers like to actually exist. So it's like the same things for producers and artists. They have to have that same vibe to actually merge.
Right.
And it's like, man, it just works.
Yeah, and that's like the big thing. Like that's one thing that I look at it whenever I fuck with like Reese's shit. It's just that like whenever I'm fucking with Reese's music, I put more into it than I do like my own beats.
That's the goal.
You know, like it's just like
I gotta remind them sometimes, like, yo, let's make some beats. You know what I mean? Like, let's make some
like,
beats. Like sometimes we'll record maybe like 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? Like in a day, and like in an hour or shit. And I'll be like, after that, he just trying to fuck with the songs. I'm like, yo, let's make some beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I see where you coming from on that, because you gotta sometimes you gotta change your task to actually free your creativity up.
Yeah, that's a real thing. There's like we talk about that.
I just got a motherfucking like writer's block. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit took like weeks to get out.
And even like you give somebody too much time to create, they lose the
that shit took a while to get out. Yeah, that shit's real.
Because like that's where all the motivation comes from. It's like work and shit, you know, out of the creative.
Good investment is trips. Take everybody and go on trips. Go visit different places. Just go see the world.
Yeah.
And the different experiences will actually be the therapy to actually go back and create better music.
Right.
Because you tap into a piece of yourself that you're not going to do if you're around the business side all the time. You're around the crazy side of it all the time.
Right.
And because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times for me, I escape out of town, bro. Like when I get the chance, because if I stay down here doing business all the time and shit, I go fucking crazy.
I feel
That's why, when I say I go to Paducah, ain't nothing up there, bro.
No, that's
ain't nothing up there.
Yeah,
nothing.
Ain't nothing up there.
My mom lives right off the lake. The best thing in the world is just sit on her back porch and chill.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, like whenever I go down there, damn near I don't even bring my laptop.
Bro, it's so hardcore that if I don't get gas before I get past a certain exit, I'm in trouble. You in trouble. You ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. For real.
Because every gas station is closed after that, even the truck station ones.
And then you only got a gas station like one every 5 exits.
Bro.
Because it's just like,
sound like
really
terrible
going
living.
down there.
I'm good.
You just got everything you want, like, right there.
Yeah.
You know? So, and then the outskirts is like nothing until you get to damn near Clarksville.
Right.
You know? So,
Kentucky got a lot of open land.
Yeah.
They got a lot of open land.
It's a gorgeous place to, like, retire and chill out. Paducah's like one of the best places to live because of the tax ratio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The tax ratio is good. Like, people actually work regular jobs in Kentucky and live, like, really wealthy.
Yeah. When I was living down there, I had, like, hella bread, and I was just cooling, going to work every day.
Economic standard living in Kentucky is cheap. Cheap. I'm like, cheap, like $650 to rent the house cheap.
Yeah.
3-bedroom house cheap.
Hey, look, that's how it is in St. Louis, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you can live good like that in St. Louis.
About 12 an hour. Yeah.
That's how it is in St. Louis. Like, rent be like $600, $700, $800.
Not in this city. Oh, my God.
Hell
not in this city.
What?
Not in this city. I admit, living in Nashville, you have to have multiple hustles.
Yeah.
Or multiple streams of I call them hustles because they're still jobs, but multiple streams of revenue.
Right.
You're gonna have to do multiple things.
Oh yeah, definitely. You could be paying like $1,200 for the shittiest motherfucking.
Yeah.
Like this shit terrible.
Yeah, and 1,200 somewhere else is like gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit's terrible.
You imagine like the value of our like in our most major cities, the value of our dollar really ain't shit.
Yeah, that's what.
But
Same thing happened before, you know, like the 10 cents. Now, like a dollar was $100 in the 1900s. Now a dollar ain't shit. $20 is. I'm saying $20 really ain't shit.
$20 ain't shit.
You know, if you ain't got 100, you probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
$20 ain't shit because something can cost $17.38 at the store, and you could give them $20 and not get your change back just on the basis of the fuck I'm gonna do with that other dollar and some change.
Yeah, go get a Rillo.
Buy a loose black and matte.
Yeah.
But then you already buy. I mean, I don't know. I buy them by the box.
Right.
So like, so I take less trips.
Yeah. Yeah,
I like less trips to the store.
Yeah, I buy the Rillos in bulk, depending on how much tree I get.
Especially for them studio sessions where you lock in.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, don't nobody want to send nobody to the store all the time.
Yeah, nobody leaving.
Man.
That's the worst thing ever.
Bro, 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's the worst time to get pulled over.
Yeah.
That's just the reason for it right there.
Right.
Oh, this is dope that they playing this. Have you been keeping up with they have the Wu-Tang Saga?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
That shit is dope.
I haven't seen it yet.
That shit is dope. Nah, cause like I wasn't really I was alive in that era, but man, I was a little kid, so I ain't know nothing about no Wu-Tang and none of that. And I was down south.
Yeah.
So we really didn't know nothing about that. We didn't grow up on like that stuff. We grew up on like the real Mr. Biggs, 8-Ball, MJG, who else? Pastor Troy. We grew up on a lot of like that dirty South stuff. But I've been keeping up with this show. This show's actually pretty good. They got season 2 out on Hulu right now.
Yeah, I ain't watched it.